that if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. If your dreams don't wake you out of your slumber, if you don't wake you out of your sleep every single morning, that you have to jump out of your bed, demonstrate that energy, they're not big enough. Now imagine a life that you're currently leading, and I change that in an instant. That you're going to school, to your college, to your office, and you're leading a normal, comfortable life. And I do something that I pick you up from that life and I put you in a jail. Now, when you go to that jail and you're forced to spend 6 months to a year, irrespective whether you are guilty or you're not guilty, because that's of a separate conversation altogether. But I pick you up from the life that you're currently leading and I put you in a jail's environment. Now, when you come outside that jail's environment, let's say after 6 months or a year or 2 years or 5 years, it will change you as a person, yes or no? So it's easy to understand and realize that an environment has a huge impact on your own personal behavior. Similarly, people tend to make jails in their head, which limits them from going where they should reach. I have always met enough people in my corporate training career who either are extremely scared or they are not unleashed, their potential is not unleashed because of the environment that they have grown up in or the environment that they currently are in. So it's important to understand that your environment tends to limit you a lot and it stops you from thinking big. So that's point number one. Point number two is that the people who surround you and the people you choose to spend the most amount of time tends to dictate your own thought process, and that stops, and invariably those are the people, they may be the closest people to you, but they are the people who stop you from thinking big or maybe actualizing your potential. Imagine a scenario that you are standing somewhere and there are these invisible threads that are going outside of you and they are being held by people who are the closest to you. Maybe your parents, maybe your best friends, maybe your siblings. And in order to go where you have to reach, you have to cut those cords sometimes. And I'm not saying to ruin your relationship with your parents, because in the Indian culture it's frowned upon. But what I'm trying to say, that where you need to reach and where you want to reach, sometimes you need to take the less trodden path. And if your own people are setting those limitations for you, you need to sometimes break out of that and do things in your own way. Because remember guys, that in order to reach where you need to reach and you want to reach, you need to be your own person and you need to think from your own head. You need to choose to think from your own set of faculties, because if you keep thinking about what other people are thinking, what your parents may be thinking, what your sisters, what your best friends may be thinking, you yourself are letting them take the reins of your life in their hands. So that's point number two, that the people who are surrounding us sometimes stop us from maybe thinking big or helping us actualize our potential. And the last and the most important point, which is point number three, that you need to realize it, that it's in your own hands, the destiny of your life and where do you want to reach. Now if you think small and if you think lesser, you automatically will start walking in that direction. Remember guys, you have 24 hours and your energy is limited. How you choose to spend those 24 hours and how you choose to spend your investment of your energies in a direction, that will determine your results. Now if you have a big goal and you have a big result in your head, you automatically start putting the requisite amount of results to walk in that direction. If you have a smaller goal, if you want to achieve little lesser, you will automatically input the same kind of investment and the same kind of energy. I have read this quote and this quote is sort of famous enough, that if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. If your dreams don't wake you out of your slumber, if you don't wake you out of your sleep every single morning, that you have to jump out of your bed, demonstrate that energy, they're not big enough. So you need to think of this guys, that it is extremely important, and that's point number three, it's in your own hands, that you've got to think big. Nobody else will do that for you. So remember this guys, it's your responsibility to think big and consistently stay motivated to go and pounce on your results, roar in front of your results. So keep sharing our videos, keep liking this video, share, subscribe, kindly keep watching this content. We will keep coming every week with new set of videos for you to help you stay motivated. Stay hungry guys, stay motivated. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.